Right now, I have 9 tickets in the bucket, and 6 of them are being drawn.
Okay.
So we have good odds.
Yes, good odds of being able to play.
I like the odds.
Just to let you all know what this is anybody's game. I believe that the game will be settled at the very end, which is why it's called anybody's game. I will be drawing 6 people out of the audience to come up and play in the first round. In the first round, 4 people will be eliminated. Okay? The second round will be played kind of on the big board. It's a trivia question. It's a trivia question thing back and forth until the third round, which is called crowdsourced. And I surveyed 127 people. That's how many got when I stopped. I was just like, I'm not going on doing this anymore. I did it for almost 8 months. So in all of my free time, it was
Like a couple more weeks and you could have popped out a kid.
I could have popped out a kid? Yeah, you're right, I could have. So I'm not sure if we need this at all, even for people's answers there. Do you think we need this? Anybody? Okay. Hopefully the camera will be picking it up good, because I'm filming this for YouTube, by the way. Everybody will, if you're a contestant, you'll probably be on YouTube. Woo!
14th pound grab.
Don't worry, I have 6 subscribers. One of them's my other alias. So
I think 4 of the other ones are in this room.
yes, I think they are too. I'm thinking that we're probably going to start this really soon. I'm just seeing where my scorekeeper went. She's around the 4 people.
You're trying to get people involved.
Hello. Would you like to play a game show?
Allie just asked me.
I understand. So Allie's this one? If you're interested.
You could, it's quite possible. You could. I gotta take something. I think it's a time off.
That's gonna be nice. I'm just going to get power off.
There's a big pot for chili and cheese on one circuit.
We're going to start.
They also just kept shutting down the wall.
Oh, yes, you did. Wow, this is a big bowl for not very many tickets. Okay, so the first contestant, Rick, are we filming? Okay, good. The first contestant is going to be number 194013. 13. Who's got 13? Come on up, 13. Well, next person's 14. That's the.
Did you get a ticket?
It's 14. Okay. And the third person is number 8, 194008. The second person to come in the door.
Yes.
Because I know the ticket started at 7.
So far, it's pretty good.
Again, the next person that came after him, 009.
Oh, I'm not playing.
So you had 009,
Yes.
and that ticket is destroyed.
Why don't you still keep my stuff after?
There's just not that many tickets, Kev. 0010 or 010. Excellent. I just think I dropped 10 in back in there. I sure did.
That's okay, I'll play twice.
I picked it back up. Okay.
It's like you're like double points. I don't know how that works.
I'm fighting against
Okay.
myself.
007, 007.
Woo!
And the last one
Kill this game.
will be number 11. Okay. I hope you all that did not get chosen enjoy watching it. It should be fun.
Hey.
Okay.
Lock the door.
Took my head, don't take the glory.
Okay, so in the first round, this round is called listing. Okay, it's very simple. basically we're going to start with Stoney. He's going to choose a category from these 5 categories. These are the 5 categories of the entire game. New Orleans fandom, science fiction, comic books, fantasy, and games. Once I ask you to choose a category, we start, you're going to name, I'm going to read a list. You're going to, sorry, if you want to.
Okay, continue.
I'm going to read off a list, and you're going, the category will be read beginning with the chooser, and moving down the line of contestants. Each contestant will name an entry on that list. If a contestant names something not on the list, or has already been named, or if they do not enter within the time limit, if it takes too much time, I'm going to call for a 10-second clock, then they will be eliminated and given a prize. And that's round 1. So, what category would you like?
I'll take science fiction for 50.
Science fiction. Oh, that's the next round, though. The questions on there are for the next round. So, science fiction. According to StarTrek.com, Star Trek: The Next Generation is the most watched Star Trek series, gaining 43% of the votes over 25,000 people voting. Name an actor or an actress who played a character in at least 5 episodes of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Michelle Forbes. Ensign Rowe.
You need to
Yeah, I need to read the list first.
Yes.
I can't see her name right. Marina Sirtis?
Marina Sirtis, definitely.
LeVar Burton.
Definitely.
Jonathan Frakes.
Yes.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Michael Dorn.
Yeah, I know he's on the list. You're next.
Oh, Patrick Stewart.
Oh my god, I'm blanking on his real name. Brent Spiner.
John Delancey. Will Wheaton.
Wait a minute. Yes, John Delancey is right. Well, Wheaton is right.
I got nothing.
You got nothing.
No.
Okay. Well, you're the first eliminated, so you get to choose between bags 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which would you like?
3.
3. Okay. Ooh, a heavy prize. Your prize today is a strawberry ring pop
Yay!
and a bottle of Assured Instant Hand Sanitizer with vitamin E and aloe. Not a sponsor.
Thank you so much.
You are very welcome.
I'm okay with
Okay. So, since you got it wrong, you get to choose the next category.
Comic books.
Comic books. Excellent. Comic books. In 1939, Detective Comics introduced a character called the Batman. Written by Bill Finger and drawn by Bill Bob Kane, it was originally a story of a vigilante fighting against the mob and the corrupt government of Gotham City. Over the years, he has lost the and has fought a more colorful brand of the villain. According to the DC database online, there are 25 members of Batman's Central Rogues Gallery. Name them.
Clayface.
Clayface.
Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy.
Joker.
Joker.
Black Mask.
Black Mask.
Is he on this list?
Oh god, I don't know what that was.
That was the timer going off. But that was the first person timer. Yes, Black Mask.
Black Mask is on the list.
He should be on the list.
Riddler.
Penguin.
Penguin.
Mr. Freeze.
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
The Ventriloquist. Two-Face.
Nothing? Not even a hazard guess? Okay. Nothing. Not even the great white shark? Okay, so we have bags 1,
That wasn't much of a fight because he had
and
no
4.
followers.
Different great white shark. 4? Ah, this is a good one. You get a strawberry ring pop. And Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat, chicken flavored, not a sponsor. And so she got eliminated, so Stoney, you get to pick the next category.
Games.
Games! This is the longest list in the game. 194 answers are on this list. In 1973, a game was invented by Dave Arneson and Gary Gygax, which changed the face of gaming forever. This game is known as D&D. The list has 194 entries. All you have to do is name a magic user spell as listed in Advanced Dungeons & Dragons First Edition.
Turn undead.
I know, this is a long list to go. I'm like 100% sure that's on here.
So it's not.
Really?
Because that is not.
That is not a
magic
spell.
user spell.
That is a clerical spell.
That is a clerical spell.
Yeah, it's clerical.
Oh.
I'm so sorry, Stony. You have been eliminated. The longest list didn't even get an entry. 1 or 2.
Number one.
Number 1.
That is the one that he did.
Also, you get a strawberry ring pop. They're wonderful. And 1 meal's worth of bumblebee canned tuna in water. Not a sponsor.
You're not allowed to pick it.
And the last list, fantasy or New Orleans
Fantasy.
Fantasy, thank God. The New Orleans fandom list, just to let y'all know, was last year's staff of ContraFlow.
Well, see, that'd be easy for me if you want to understand.
But you didn't choose it.
No, because I like fantasy.
J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings series is considered by many to be the start of the high fantasy movement in fantasy literature. It is known to be one of the inspirations of Dungeons & Dragons and one of the highest-grossing film series of all time. According to Cliff Notes, name a main character from the Lord of the Rings main book trilogy. There are 31 answers to this question.
Legolas.
Legolas.
Hope I don't have to say his whole name.
Gandalf.
Gandalf.
Samwise Gamgee.
Frodo.
Frodo.
Oh, Strider.
Pippin.
Pippin.
Oh my God. Bilbo.
Mary.
Mary.
Aragorn.
It's already been said. As Strider.
Strider. It was. And the last consolation prize of the night, you get safety goggles. That's right. Because science, not a sponsor.
Science are totally sponsored.
And a strawberry ring pop. And that ends round 1 of listing. The next round, which we can actually get rid of some of these things so that we can all see the board, kind of. The next round is called, I bet you don't know that. You will take turns answering quick trivia questions from the big board. The categories and points value will be determined by your opponent. This is not an elimination round. Okay, so you're Jen and you're Pete. She already knew who they were.
Well, I hope she knows who I was.
So, I need y'all to play rock, paper, scissors to see who gets to answer first.
All right. You count now?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, shoot. That was weird. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Paper covers rock. So, you get to choose for category and difficulties.
Science fiction for 100.
Science fiction for 100. Okay, Jen, here we go.
I get past this one at least.
In 1977, the world was amazed by Star Wars. The space opera's main villain is seen moments into the film and captivates your attention with skillful performances by both David Prowse in the outfit and James Earl Jones as Vader's voice. We finally get to see Vader's face near the end of Return of the Jedi. Name the actor who was revealed under Vader's
Oh, man.
I certainly don't
It's
like
not
you.
motivation.
yeah.
Who was playing thing?
Any idea?
Got the name.
You mean I wasn't James Sebastian Shaw. Okay, Jen. Pete's first question.
All right, we're going to go,
Winter Soldier.
It is, no,
Sam.
Sebastian Shaw is
Is an X-Men villain.
Actually,
He's the
X-Men
Black
villain.
King
all right,
of the
but then the other
Hellfire
ones
Club.
go, New Orleans fandom for 100.
New Orleans fandom for 100. Okay, Pete. This one's not that difficult. This year, New Orleans lost the bid to host its third WorldCon. We have hosted the convention twice before. NOLACon 2 was in 1988. What year was NOLACon 1 held at the St. Charles Hotel?
Oh my god.
You can make a guess.
Hey, you could be right, man. Just go with the gut.
1988.
That was NOLACon 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the question. NOLACon 2 was in 1988. When was NOLACon 1?
God damn it, 1987.
No, nobody's ever hosted back-to-back WorldCons. It was in 1951.
Wow.
But that was the second time they had bid for it.
Yeah.
It was the second time they bid for it. So, pick a category from Ms. Jen.
Alright. Comic 100.
Comic books for 100. We're going on the meeting categories. Okay. So, in 1992, a new kind of comic book company was started. It began with the creators wanting to own the rights to their own work and have complete creative control over their properties. This company has produced many notable titles, including The Walking Dead, Witchblade, and Spawn. What is the name of this company?
Dark Head Pete Shadow.
I'm guessing Dark Horse.
Dark Horse.
Image Comics.
It is Image Comics. Unfortunately, you can't steal it.
Okay,
For
let's go, games 200.
Game all the way down to 200.
Why not?
When one thinks of the history of video games and home consoles, if Nintendo doesn't immediately jump to your mind, it will likely not take very long to get to that name. A giant in the industry, even though they were not the first, they seem to be in everyone's house at one time. What most people do not realize is Nintendo was founded by Fusajiro Yamauchi in 1889 as a company which produced and sold what?
Playing cards.
Absolutely, 200 points for Pete.
Somebody's on the board.
Fantasy 200.
Fantasy for 200. The Dragon Riders of Kern is a fantasy effort by Anne McCaffrey. The series involves, among other things, the political conflicts between the Weirs, the home of the Dragon Riders, and the other inhabitants of the world because of the long absence of the threat the Dragon Riders protect the planet from. What is the threat commonly called on Kern?
The thread.
It is the thread. 200 points. So, it's your turn to choose the category.
All right, let's go, science fiction for 50.
Science fiction for 50. Okay, Pete. It's a 50-point question, so it should be easy. So I think you have this one. On November 23rd, 1963, Doctor Who premiered. Over the years and many generations, the appearance of the Doctor or actors who played the role and his companions have changed many times. There is one constant companion to the Doctor throughout the years, his ship, the TARDIS. What does TARDIS mean?
Time and relative dimensions in space.
Yes, it does. Again, what question would you like for her?
Games 100.
Games for 100. Dungeons and Dragons is very popular.
Apparently.
And it was created in 1973 by a company now known as TSR. What's the original name?
What's into the code?
No.
No, that's, yeah, I knew what I did.
It's actually tactical
Tactical
studies
studies
rules.
I can't believe my brain just flooded on that one. Oh well.
So you get to pick the next category, repeat.
Well, let's do this one. Let's go games for 50.
Games for 50, killing that category. On August 5th, 1993, the world of gaming changed when Magic the Gathering was generally released to the world. Since that time, MTG has become arguably the most profitable tabletop game in history. Who invented that game?
I do not know that one.
I thought that was one of the easier questions. Richard Garfield. Dr. Richard Garfield. Actually,
He was not a doctor
he was not at the time. He was working on his PhD when he Okay, so it's your turn. I did ask a panel of people to help me.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do that one either because I don't
They're a bunch of
think-
magic players.
I'm sorry, they probably are. So,
Science fiction.
science fiction, closing out the category of science fiction with 200. According to Brian Aldiss, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein and The Last Man are likely the first works of science fiction in 1890. Since this time, there have been numerous and very successful science fiction authors. Who was called the Dean of Science Fiction Writers until his death in 1988 when the title was transferred to John Stewart Williams?
I have no freaking clue.
Would you like to guess? Would you like to guess?
Better guess.
Would you like to guess somebody?
I honestly have no idea.
Okay. It was not Wells, it was Robert Einstein.
Oh, yes, I know.
Quibble.
Quibble?
Hey, I'm learning all sorts of new shit.
What? What's the quibble?
Lord Leinster carried that title for a number of years before Heinlein.
Before Heinlein? I did not find that in my research. I found him and Williamson, which is why I didn't name him as the only one that was called that. But I did not. So thank you for bringing that to my attention.
Knowledge.
So it's your turn to category.
Let's go comic books 50.
Comic books for 50. Let's see what this one's about. Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird created the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles after reading Frank Miller comics in the early 80s. What Marvel superhero shares his origin with the Turtles? Daredevil, correct.
Nice.
So Pete is in the lead with 300, but that can change at any moment.
Finish up comic books, 200.
Finish up comic books with 200. In fact, you could finish right now. Overtake him by over 100.
Well, we'll see.
In 1969, Larry Niven penned a very famous essay detailing the problems which could arise if Superman ever decided to pursue a physical relationship with an Earthling. He uses arguments based on physics, biology, and the abilities of Kryptonians as presented in the Superman comic books. Do you know the name of that essay?
Squeak is wrong.
That's where the buzzer comes in. Nonsense, don't
It
swallow
was
it.
actually published in comic book magazines, Playboy, and Scientific magazines.
Criticals are squishy.
That's kind of a guess, I suppose.
What's your guess?
The effects of sex with a Kryptonian?
Nope. Nope.
I have no idea.
Man of Steel, Woman of Kleenex.
Learn something new every day.
So we have four left.
Oh, that's good.
What would you like to choose for him?
New Orleans Fandom 200.
For 200, the big one. Let's see what we learned today. Guy Gardner is a member of the Green Lantern Corps. It is widely believed that this character was named after the astronaut Guy Gardner, but that's not true. The character was actually named after the writer Gardner Fox and a New Orleans congoer and fan who was at this convention last year at least. Who is that fan?
Come on. Come on.
Any idea?
Hugo nominated. Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a 10-second clock.
okay, I don't know.
You don't have it?
No.
So, Guy Lillian. I don't know if you've ever met Guy Lillian.
Guy H. Lillian
Guy
III.
H. Lillian.
Look at your mail page. Your letter page.
So, you get to choose another one. For Jen.
All right, let's finish up Phantom 50.
Fandom for 50.
I think he's probably gotten tired of me giving him the fandom.
This should be easy.
Yeah, it should be good.
It should. Ah, yes, I know what this one is. In New Orleans, we love our festivals. There's one in particular which is near and dear to many people who may be here today, NAUF, New Orleans' worst film festival. This festival was started by many people, but there is one person who was there at the start of NAUF and was once crowned king of NAUF. Name this person. I know he's here at this convention this year. I know he's here.
He hurt himself, so no use.
Yeah,
He's not
actually, he
here.
wasn't here.
I'm sorry. He's not here this year.
He was supposed to be.
Do you know him? Okay.
I don't.
It's Alfred Russo. I thought everybody knew Alfred. Okay, so are you giving him the 50?
Yep. Fantasy.
That way you get the 100, and maybe.
Maybe a snowball's chance in hell? Why not? It's just fun. So.
Game of Thrones is likely the most popular fantasy television show of all time. Fantasy,
Yeah.
not television show, just fantasy. This show is based off of the fantasy epic A Song of Ice and Fire by George R.R. Martin. The first novel is called A Game of Thrones and was published in August of what year?
I do not know.
1996.
Buzzer. That was your cue.
Okay, last question goes to Jen.
Try.
Uh-huh. Okay. The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan has been lauded as being one of the great fantasy epics rivaling Tolkien. The tale is of the prophesied dragon reborn trying to defeat the Dark One to bring peace and light to the world. Randall Thor, Matt Cawthon, and Paranai Bar warped the fabric of the pattern weaved by the wheel around themselves. What is the term given to such rare individuals by the Aes Sedai?
Dragon?
Is that your answer? The answer is Taverin. Or Taverin. Okay, and thus ends round 2. Pete, you're ahead with 300. Jen, you're behind with 200. But we're about to start crowdsourced. I need you to do one more thing when you do this. You're going to need to write their answers under their name.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, we keep the points.
Keep the points where they are. If you want to put Pete's further up, you're certainly able to. Crowdsourced. Each contestant, starting with Pete, because you're in the lead, will be asked 5 questions, whose answers were gotten by a survey of 127 people. You're looking for the most popular, and you will score 10 points per person who agrees with your answer. Now, where is the questions? There. Can I have that sheet? Sorry.
They're also on this sheet.
No, well, those are the answers. Okay, so, you ready, Pete? I need 35 seconds on the clock. When I'm finished asking the first question, start the clock.
Hold on.
I ask these questions of 127 geeks and freaks. You have 35 seconds to answer 5 questions. I would go fast. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Name your favorite captain.
Oh, Janeway.
Name a knight of the round table.
Lancelot.
Name your favorite Final Fantasy.
That's 7.
Name a member of the X-Men.
Cyclops.
Science fiction, fantasy, or comic books.
Comic books.
Okay, that's it. And we will get to your answers soon. You ready? Are you ready for your 5 questions? I asked these of 127 geeks and freaks, the same ones. You have 35 seconds to answer 5 questions. Are we ready? Okay. Who played the worst Batman?
Batman. I can't remember his name.
You want to pass and come back to it?
Yes.
Name your favorite starship.
Enterprise.
Your favorite player game piece from the standard Monopoly game.
Dog.
Name a professor at Hogwarts.
Donegal.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock.
Who played the worst Batman?
Affleck.
Affleck. Okay. Okay, are you ready? First, I hate to say this, Janeway, and 0, not on the list.
Whoa.
Kirk was the
Kirk's gonna be
number
the
1
horse.
answer. Name a Knight of the Round Table. Lancelot, number 1 answer, 57. We'll add them up at the end. Okay, now that we've got you some points on the board, let's switch over to you for a second. Ben Affleck was not the number 1 answer. That went to George Clooney, who got 63. But Ben Affleck did get 9 answers. Oh, by the way, they'll get 10 points per answer. I didn't mention that.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, you
I
did.
did. Good. Okay. But on Name Your Favorite Starship, Enterprise, number 1 answer with 38. Back to Pete. Name your favorite Final Fantasy. Of course it was 7. 44. Name a member of the X-Men. Cyclops. Only came in with 3. Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And last, comic books. Not the number 1 answer, which was science fiction with 54, but comic book came in with 31. Okay, so let's see what Pete has.
Oh, we're doing.
Yes,
No,
let's-
finish her. Finish her.
Okay, no problem. Your favorite player game piece from the standard Monopoly game, you said the dog, which was 24. Race car was the number 1 answer with 31. Name a professor at Hogwarts. McGonagall
I'm
got
sorry, what was that?
24. McGonagall got 42.
Nice.
Okay, not the number 1 answer. The number 1 answer was Snape with 56. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock gets 42
Nice.
on there, and was the number 1 answer. Notable, Spock got 12 answers.
Out of 3 choices.
Rock, paper,
Well,
scissors.
out of rock, paper, scissors, I got 9 different answers. Rock, paper, scissors. I didn't get to do it. Rock, paper, scissors, Spock, Lizard, the bomb, Lizard, Spock, shoot, and none.
My favorite man.
Yeah, who was the worst Batman?
The worst Batman was George Clooney with 63. Now, so we got some notable ones in there. Somebody actually voted for Kevin Conroy, which I really want to find that person and murder
Beat
them.
them in the face.
Like, exactly.
He's the reason why.
But notable
they
ones,
obviously
I also
they
got
thought you said
my
nice.
cousin, that shit was weak, yo.
Hey, he likes George Clooney. That face.
Michael Keaton got 5 votes, surprisingly. Somebody also voted for the Joker, and 2 people voted for Bruce
I
Wayne.
totally, oh my god, I added,
How did, what?
yeah, I added it wrong.
I know he's won, but I just
Oh, no, I got the hundreds wrong.
Okay, so he had 300.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yes.
So it's, I got it,
Okay.
finish talking.
I was distracting them from you.
Wait, yeah, and math's wrong, my bad.
Name your favorite starship.
Yeah, 10 points per.
I will say when
I'm
I
gonna start
was
it.
doing these surveys,
I'm gonna start it.
I had to research one starship for 20 minutes before I realized something about it. So I was looking for where it was in the science fiction genre. The starship was Columbia, which is real.
Yes.
I know, I didn't realize that for 20 minutes.
It's the shuttle.
It's the
I go
shuttle,
back and
yes.
forth between the kids. Yeah.
See, what other weirdness do we have? In Name Your Final Fantasy, some notable ones were Tactics, Spirits Within, Spider-Man, I don't know why, Fellowship of the Ring made it one vote, and from one 67-year-old man who I surveyed in the parking lot because he was wearing a Thor t-shirt, he wrote Jane Mansfield.
I can understand that.
Spider-Man debuted in Amazing Fantasy, which was that comic's last
Did
issue.
it? Never even thought.
Technically, it was also its first. Before that issue, it was called Amazing Adult Fantasy.
In science fiction, fantasy, and comic books, you'd think I'd only have 3 answers, but I don't. I have 7. All came in 13. Okay? The other 3 all have 1 vote, which is awful.
Math.
That is evil.
What? That's just arithmetic.
Math is
I hated
hilarious.
math.
Did they actually talk?
Yes.
Okay, what are we doing?
Can
Yeah.
I make a tiebreaker?
The.
Did you prepare a tiebreaker?
I totally forgot.
Can I make a tiebreaker?
That's not fair. No, you didn't
Yeah,
play.
let's say you go to the crowd and have them ask the tiebreaker.
Oh, shit.
I got really good.
You got 2 people who are ready to go right now.
I have 2 people who are ready to go.
Yeah.
What's the category?
Video games.
Video games.
Yes.
Okay. And is it okay? Does it involve a number?
No.
Okay.
No, it does not.
Because I really want to get something that potentially involves a number. That way they could both answer. and whoever's closest.
Whoever's closest or whoever gets it can get 1 point.
Do you have
I
one?
have a thing with a year.
A thing with a year. Does yours have a year?
Science fiction.
I don't remember the year, but I remember the time.
I have
It was in a certain era.
I understand. Okay. What's your question?
My question is, what year was the first science-based fiction magazine called Amazing Stories published?
Okay, that's a good question.
Yeah.
What's your question, sir?
What game and why did the ESRB was invented?
I know the answer to
Okay.
that.
That's an interesting question. I'm just not sure if I could use it as a tiebreaker because one of them could answer it. And yours?
What video game and why was the ESRB invented?
That's a
Successfully navigating an asteroid field from south.
No, it's not. It's very simple.
That's pretty good.
What?
I think we're gonna go with Amazing Fantasy.
Okay.
Amazing Stories.
Amazing Stories.
The year.
It's the first science-based fiction magazine to ever be published. What year did it start publication?
Should I tell them to start with science fiction genre?
Can we do another rock, paper, scissors to see who gets it?
No, they are writing down their answers.
No
We'll
cheating.
see who's the closest.
Right. And I have not researched this question, so I have.
Just like that. Yeah.
Are we ready?
It's hard to do.
Okay, so Pete, you went first last round, so
No.
let's see what your answer is. 1910 for Pete, and your answer, Jen? 1936.
Okay, it
What's
is
the year?
1926.
Actually, what I should have asked was what was the year? And then revealed these.
No.
1946.
1926.
Which,
That is-
this is 16 years away,
And that is 10
this
years.
is 10 years away, which means you get second prize.
All right.
By the way, the answer was Mortal Kombat.
Oh.
And the reason why is because of
Because of
Bloody
the
Roar.
instant
Because Bloody Roar.
ripping spine down.
Yeah.
Basically.
Because of everything.
Because everything of Mortal Kombat.
And I hope that you like these.
Highland.
Lawrence Watt Evans with a single spell for fantasy. Starship Troopers by Heinlein, which is totally different from the movie. The Justice League of America, Batman and the Stone King by Alan Frank.
That's the reason it was good. That's the score. It wasn't just the score.
But still, that was the reason why the ESRD was invented.
But your prize,
That's the home up.
yeah, you get a watermelon ring pop.
Nintendo.
Awesome, my favorite.
Really? That's awesome.
Yes.
And I need you to fill out this because your con next year is on air.
Oh my God.
And so Jen is our winner. And thank you all for playing the anybody's game. Maybe we'll do this again next year.
This was fun. I learned a lot of new stuff too.
Well, that was kind of the point. It really was.
And I would also like to point out, on Cliff's Notes list of major characters from Lord of the Rings, Shadowfell